You know, as I was sitting down doing absolutely nothing, I ended up having a sudden realization that it's been a while since I sat down and told a story. So I thought to myself, let me go and fix that. Let me go tell you one story of mine. So come around, sit around the fireplace or wherever you think is the most optimal place to go and tell a story, whatever is the most cinematic for you. And good old Lua is going to tell you a story. A moment that I remember, and something that always comes back to me. Like sometimes I'll just be sitting down playing a video game or just lying down in my bed scrolling on Twitter, and this moment will just come to me, and it just leaves me sitting down wondering, is that guy doing okay? Now this story has to begin with one thing that I absolutely like, and it's something that I am not proud of at all. There are two things that I'm absolutely a huge fan of. One of them I'm absolutely proud of, and the other one I'm not. Now the one I'm absolutely proud of is Uma Musume. I am a huge Uma Musume fan. Hey, I even made a Uma Musume fashion tier list. I just love that franchise. You know, it's an extremely good and enjoyable anime, and it's just the equivalent of just a wholesome anime. Nothing really happens in it at all, but it's just super duper enjoyable and always put a smile on your face. And there's also one thing that I'm a fan of, but I'm not happy about it at all, and it's Destiny. Now, if you ever meet a Destiny fan and he says he has fun playing the game, he's absolutely lying to your face. No Destiny fan actually enjoyed the game. We don't even know why we constantly keep on playing it. I've been playing this game ever since the beginning. Not when it first came out, not in like 2014, I didn't play during year one, but I've basically been here ever since 2015. Taken King onward, I've basically been playing this game for an extremely long time. Yes, I have took breaks of these games, but here's the thing, you don't really leave these games. I know everyone has a point where they're like, I'm never gonna go play this game again, but we all know you will always be coming back and you're gonna log back in and continue playing Destiny. Everyone who plays these type of games that has long-term investments, we all know how it is. It's not a great space. There's a lot of people in the community who cares about collecting stuff and basically owning everything in the game. Not me. I don't really care that much about collectibles and just any video games. I'm not really completionist. I'm not that guy who needs to like 100% everything in the game. Like I literally know back then when people actually used to care about achievement scores, they would literally be people who will buy games that's not even good at all, but they will literally play those games just so they can get the gamer's score. That's how much of a big deal people used to care about these things, especially when not a lot of people are on PC. Like nowadays, I think the average gamer is now on PC and the majority of people are just playing there. But back then when more people were on consoles, this is like a flexing status. You click someone's gamer tag or something and see like their account page, they have like a crazy number of achievements. You're like, whoa, that man is a hardcore gamer. But I was one guy who never really cared about that at all because I didn't really see it as necessary. Why would I care about having every single item in the game? What do I get for 100% of something? The only time I see it's relevant is if you get a reward off it. If you get an achievement or like even like a cosmetic item, then I can kind of see the point of it. A good example that in Destiny 1, if you collected all the classified fragments, I think they were called, you ended up getting this one shader. Now the shader was absolutely ugly. It was a hideous shader, but it was a mega rare item and a lot of people liked it because, well, not a lot of people in the community ended up having it. But our story ended up going with Destiny 2. Again, I've been playing this game since the beginning, and my first account that I have, I used to play on Xbox and I had that account since 2017. I had a lot of achievements on that account and a lot of items. And one thing that Bungie ended up adding to Destiny around year 2 used to be something called triumphs and seals. So if you don't know what a seal is, let me basically go and give you like the quickest explanation of it of all times. Triumphs is just the in-game achievements of the game, where if you do something cool, you get a triumph score. You do something like, I don't know, you ate 5 cream cheese sandwiches, and congratulations, now you got a triumph score. And if you do enough of triumphs, you end up getting a seal, and a seal is basically something that you can wear on your character to basically go like, oh my lord, look how cool this man is. He has this brand new seal, and basically a seal was supposed to be an accomplishment like, oh, look what you have, but really it's just showing you how much of a loser you are because you spend so much time playing this one game that now you got yourself an achievement that you can go walk around and wear with. And man, some people just love wearing that kick me tag. Man, if you have like a seal, most people go and put it on, unless if it's something that everyone else has. I think this all happened in real life and in video games where you ended up doing something and you think you're unique, and then you go and realize that every single other person have do this, so then you just know that you're not cool at all. Like I think we all made a wacky food combination. Like one thing that I used to do, when I was younger, I used to eat cheese sandwiches and just put ketchup on it, and I used to think I was the most uniquest man of all time. I used to think no one else will ever do something like that until I realized there were just tons of other people who do that. Now on my first account, one seal that I had was a seal known as Almighty. It was one of the seals you could get around Seasons of the Worthy, easily one of the worst seasons of Destiny 2, and I ended up accidentally completed all the triumphs of it, and I ended up getting the seal. And I wore it around for an extremely long time. Now, one thing that a lot of people talk about in video games in general is something that's known as the fear of missing out, or FOMO. And its name, you're scared of missing out on something and you always want to be there in the moment. Now, this is something that I also never really understand, because why would I care about missing out about something, especially when it comes to video games? Most items in games aren't really that unique, and most of the time, they are probably just going to come back. You see this a lot when it comes to any holiday skins, where people will go absolutely crazy over like a holiday skin, or like, you can get this now during Christmas time, and they think they have to absolutely get it right now, it's never going to come back, even though, you know, Christmas is going to come back again, you know, unless a real life live event happened and something crazy and insane happened where December doesn't exist anymore. There's always going to be Christmas, so you're always going to have the chance to go get that item. Seals were something that gone away after the year. Destiny basically had a 3-month seasonal cycle, and after those seasons were finished, the content goes away and you can't play it anymore. So basically, all the items you have from that season, that's basically the only way where you can get it. And I ended up having this seal. I was walking around as a good old almighty, and then a player ended up mentioning me on Xbox. Now, getting message is insane because people don't talk to each other. You don't send message to each other on Xbox, and if you do, you're probably doing it to talk smack. So I went to go check out the message, and he asked a simple question, and it was, "Hey, I really like the seal you have, almighty. I think it's really cool. How do you go and get it?" And then I had to tell him, "Well, I'm sorry, you can't get the seal anymore. It's unavailable." And the guy just messaged me back, "Oh, that sucks. I really wanted to get it because I thought it was cool." Then he left. And that moment just stick with me because I never understand the fear of missing out when it comes to video games until I read those messages. I read those words he posted and I was just like, damn, like the meme with the horse staring in the ocean. That was me. I was like, wow. And that moment just sticked with me for an extremely long time. I know I'm probably looking into this way too deep, and I know people probably don't really care that much, like, oh, whatever, I just can't get this item anymore in the video game. But now I'm at the point, even when I play the game now, and I get like a seal or I get like an achievement, like currently right now we're in one season, even though the season is about to end soon, but it also comes with a bunch of like triumphs and stuff, and I'm kind of close to completed it. And I even have a seal right now that you can't get anymore. Every time when I go and equip it and put it on, instead of me being like, yeah, I have something that no one else can get anymore, I'm special now, give me a pat on the back, I'm better than all the rest of you people, I now just feel sad. I'm now at this point thinking like, man, like in the future there's gonna be a new player who's gonna come play this game, and he's gonna be just like that guy, and he's really gonna go and see that item, and he's like, I want that, I really want to get that item. He's gonna ask, how do you go get that item? And then it's like, you can't get it anymore. And you know, even though the game tells you like, oh, this is unavailable, I know some guy will want it so much, he's probably like, there is probably one way to get it. I mean, so many other people have it, they clearly have done something, so I should still be able to go get it. So that was like his last chance. He was like, let me just go and ask this random guy, and then he's like, oh, it's really just hopeless, and all because you didn't play the game in time, you absolute loser. How dare you play different games? I know that probably wasn't a big deal for that guy at all, and I know I'm probably overanalyzing this whole situation, but I always just remember that whole conversation. Yeah, it's just something that I wanted to tell you. I realized I haven't told a story in a while, and now I have told a story. Anyway, that's it. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See you.